Can you believe half the year is nearly finished? This is my July TBR, the books I plan to read in July. I'm diving into a TBR full of extremes, mathematical code breakers, Victorian fossil hunters, philosophical seaside painters. There are ghosts, both literal and metaphorical, big brains and bigger books, Cryptonomicon, I'm looking at you, and a little Jane Austen wit to keep me grounded. My name is Jim. This is my channel, books, reading, and stuff. If you've been watching my channel recently, you'll see me hold this book up a few times, probably more times than any other book I've been holding up on these videos, because I started this in March, for March the Mammoths, Cryptonomicon by Neal Stephenson, and I'm only on page 209. In June, my reading of this was really more of a bibliofib. I didn't read it much. If anything, it was more reading adjacent than actually reading. I held it up in a number of videos, but I haven't made much progress with it. This is a book about maths nerds, code breakers, and gold hunting tech bros, time hopping between World War II and the 1990s, trying to out-geek each other while saving or profiting from the world. I have The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones. This I put on a poll on my community tab where I offered 4 titles, books which are on my Kindle, which one should I read for July, and this one polled the most votes. It had 1 vote more than Becky Chambers. The poll is still open if anybody else wants to give their vote. This is a blend of horror, drama and social commentary, following 4 American Indian men who have had a disturbing event in their youth and now they're being tracked by an entity. I enjoyed Crota, which was also Native American horror, and this book has been highly recommended by Juan of Plagued by Visions. He gave it 5 stars and on Goodreads. Rebecca Roanhorse, the writer of Black Sun, also gave it 5 stars. Also Nicole and Ollie both gave it 4 stars. When I look on Goodreads, I don't look at the average rating. I look at the people I follow, how they rated and reviewed a book to judge whether I think it'll be worth my time reading it or not. As an experiment, I asked ChatGPT to choose my TBR, and I put out a video yesterday about that. I can link it here. I've chosen 2 of the books suggested from the 7 from ChatGPT. One of these was Under the Volcano by Malcolm Lowry. ChatGPT describes it as dense, atmospheric and layered. July is a good time to take on a more challenging book if you have a few quiet afternoons. Bonus, it's set on the Day of the Dead, which gives it an off-season eeriness, so there'll be quite a lot of eeriness in my July TBR. The other book ChatGPT chose for me that I'm hoping to read is The Dinosaur Hunters by Deborah Cadbury. This is about 2 Victorian paleontologists who are at odds with one another. I had this on my TBR in April for People April, but I didn't get to it, so I'm hoping in July I'll be able to get to it. July is synonymous with Jane Austen. July. I've read 4 of Jane Austen's novels, including this one, Pride and Prejudice, but I think I'll reread this rather than read 2 of the ones I haven't read. I haven't read Sense and Sensibility, and I haven't read Northanger Abbey. I might read Sense and Sensibility sometime, but Northanger Abbey doesn't appeal to me. It's quite thick, and I don't think it's my kind of book. But I enjoyed Pride and Prejudice when I first read it, which was before I was a booktuber, so I want to read it again. This was also the book that I noticed that makes Katie Lumsden happy when she was talking about her joyful read. This was on my TBR last month. I didn't get to it. I finished 6 of Crows in April. 6 of Crows and Crooked Kingdom are a duology. This is the 2nd book. It's about a band of adolescent misfits who pull off a heist. It's fantasy, so there's some magic. And I really enjoyed Six of Crows, so I'm looking forward to reading Crooked Kingdom. 7th, I have Bicentennial Man by Isaac Asimov. This is Isaac Asimov returning to his robotics stories. This is 12 stories in here. Isaac Asimov is, of course, the Grand Master of science fiction. I used to read a lot of his books when I was a teenager. I didn't read Bicentennial Man, and I found this in my 5 Lari haul. I can link to that video here as well. And finally, I've got Virginia Woolf, To the Lighthouse. Chuck, the Rambling Raconteur, put out a good video about this a couple of years ago, and it whetted my appetite for the book. To the Lighthouse is a novel where not going to the lighthouse becomes a profound meditation on time, memory, and the silent chaos of family life. I've read a few Virginia Woolf now. I've read Orlando, Mrs. Dalloway, and A Room with a View. These are all written about 100 years ago. We just celebrated the 100th anniversary of Mrs. Dalloway. This was written in 1927, and I'm looking forward to it. So that's my July TBR. Let me know what you're reading in the comments below. Let me know if you've read any of these books and if you'd recommend them or recommend not reading them. If you enjoyed this video, you can give it a thumbs up. This will help me with the mysterious YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.